Alright, so I've actually already beaten this map, but the
almost
footage
reached the
did not
dragon's
come out too
table.
well.
I
Oh,
wonder
so-
what Valadar is planning.
Me too.
Ian fucked
I guess
up.
we'll find out when we get there.
Yeah,
Right,
that was
Donovan?
all me.
Well, it can't be me. I don't do
You
the
okay?
editing.
Yeah.
I don't do any setup. I literally show up
Something's
and
wrong.
talk into a mic.
What's the
you know?
matter?
I just haven't been able to sleep
about right.
well lately.
I don't do shit.
My head.
You don't look well at all. You probably need rest.
You're right. I should probably sit out the next battle.
You're in no shape to protect yourself. I'll stay back and keep an eye on you.
Thanks, Kron.
We won't have to worry with Prom watching over you.
You can leave the dragon's table to us.
Actually, I've got something that needs my attention.
What? You aren't going to fight with us?
I'm sorry. I'll catch up with you later.
Very well.
Come on, everyone. Prepare yourselves for the battle ahead.
Alright, so I know, Quinn, you probably don't care too much about the story. That character on the far right that was all blue.
Yeah. I didn't know there was a character on the far right that was all blue.
You did not even pay attention to anything, did you?
No. That was all in and out within the same instant. There was that gold guy, and then there was the gold girl.
Yeah, on the far right there was a character who had like a mask on.
Ian, we call that the alt-right.
Anyways. Currently going around under the, yeah, like, this is who she really is. She was going under the, I'm gonna throw her in because she's not supposed to be here, but screw it. She's going under the title of Marth, who was a hero king from, like, hundreds of years before them.
I know a Marth. He's in, Super Smash Brothers.
Yeah.
That's all
That's
I know him
that's
from.
exactly who he is, though.
That's all I know him from.
He was in some of the older Fire Emblem games,
Take your word for it.
That must be the dragon.
which is kind of all you
Ready
need
for
to do there.
orders.
All right, I'm gonna have her
Understood.
come over here.
You know what would be interesting?
Yeah,
A mechanic, at least in this.
I hear you.
there's a lot of options. Go for it.
All these enemies that you're fighting, they're all
Receive
like
the report.
the droids, where they're all the same.
Yeah.
What if they had like 3 or 4 different options, and they changed based on the location of where you are?
Powering that barrier.
So
Let's
like
keep
in
an eye out
location
for the
A,
fight.
there's a majority of Group A, but a little bit of Group B and C, and almost no Group D.
Oh, you mean like right now I'm fighting an axe unit, so they're all axes, but like what if they actually threw a handful of lancers in here or something?
I mean, like, what if they changed the outfit and like changed the skin color? Just
They do that in some of them, but I haven't seen it in a lot of the offshoots. I think maybe Dynasty Warriors itself does that.
Okay, just because
But
like
that's the main, game of this variety.
I'm just saying, there's not even a slave around here. That's how white supremacist this seems.
I'm sorry, what?
Look, there's not even a black guy. There's not a single black guy in this military.
That's what you're looking for?
It looks like there are areas
Diversity,
that can only
yes.
be reached by Pegasus.
Well, first of all, I don't even think the Fire Emblem does anything with slaves. Like, I think it's something they might have had in the
that was
past.
my joking comment. The point was, I just wanted to see something different besides pale dude in a red tunic.
Let the enemy approach.
There is, God, I can't think of which one it was. There was a fucking badass black dude. I think it was in Awakening.
I've received
Like maybe a
report.
different helmet or a different skin tone, or I want to see a bunch of hippies.
I know what you're talking about, though. You're talking about explicitly the mobs here.
Yeah, just because the mobs, I mean, it just kind of looks kooky. You see what
Yeah, well, I agree.
Even zombie games have different zombies.
Yeah. And I mean, to an extent, this game has that too, to a much, much less extent.
But what I was talking
Like I
about
said,
is,
there are minions that wield axes, lances, and swords, but
anyway, what I
I
was
think
talking
it's
about though,
not nearly enough diversity amongst the horde.
I was thinking though, taking that idea, but then the location that you're in also changes based on, or changes the percentage of people there.
We have to help out.
So, Group A being, let's just say, these guys, with this red tunic, pale skin,
Right.
uh,
But then there'll
bucket
be other
helmets.
ones with yellow or whatever.
Well, maybe not yellow. Maybe, you know, keep to the red because that's the army color, but like a
Well,
different
yeah,
type of
okay.
armor or a different helmet or something like that.
I do think there's something in this game, and I think I've even seen it once now, where there are other armies that come in, and the different armies are represented by different looking gear.
Very different than what I'm talking about, though.
Yeah. Look, I'm just trying to give something to what you're saying, because what you're going on would be kind of challenging from a demand standpoint of the game that you're making.
Would it though? Because right now you're just copying and pasting one character sheet. If you had 2, 3 character sheets, would it really be that much more demanding?
I actually think it might. I don't know to what extent, and I don't know how
I don't know
far
shit
this
about programming,
drives
so.
down.
I don't know shit about programming, but you know, I just can't imagine it'd be that difficult.
I think it's also like a big reason why these guys like look fucking terrible in comparison to to the player character. And even just the bigger guys, like the guys I'm plowing through, like this guy.
Well, I
here,
don't think
the
that they
fort
have
captain.
faces.
Yeah,
that
but
you're
like the
fighting.
fort captain here, he looks a little more detailed, even in the parts that are very similar to what everyone else has. Like just
Yeah.
his basic, I don't know what the term is, garrison, the
The
cloth
fuck
he
was
has.
that? That hurt.
That he was following me like that, or
Yeah, because you just like pivoted the whole screen. Don't do that.
oh.
That was no.
But it's that kind of stuff that they do. That why is she so far in?
I
What is?
have no idea that
here.
you could jump through characters like that. And I mean, this is such a bullshit character. You just skip everything.
Well, she flies.
Oh my god, this is such a bullshit. OP.
Except she's like kind of hard to fight with.
She
Because-
don't need to fight.
A lot of her, holy cow!
You just went through like 6 rooms without fighting.
I can do that with the other characters too, actually. Because the NPC, or the PC characters, I don't even know what words I'm saying anymore. These guys, like you can see, like they just don't even care. I basically have to stop
Yeah,
and start
but you have
swinging.
to push them out of your way. That bitch could just fly right over without even thinking.
We've got to hurry.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of which, you, Cordelia,
So what's your goal here? You're going to...
take back that order is what I'm gonna do.
Right here.
I just sent her into archers.
Well, don't send her to archers.
The person who can fly over everything. How about you go to the enemies whose entire purpose is to fire things up in the air?
Well, maybe they, yeah. I don't know.
They will tear through her.
What's the point of having archers in this location anyway?
Literally to take out my flying units.
Excellent.
That's kind of their whole purpose.
Because, like, right now, they do nothing.
Yeah. They do a lot of dying. Look at that.
Can you imagine being part of these armies?
I've often considered like the shenanigans that go with this kind of game. The idea that you have somebody cleaving through thousands of your allies in one sitting. It's one battle, and it's just one person just tearing through everyone.
to watch out for some sort of poison fog, were we not?
I think it would be bullshit if that ever happened in the real world. Like somebody calls hacks and just nukes wherever that person's at.
Yes, because people using swords can have nukes.
I'm saying, like, if one person with, like, if somebody went Rambo style and just took out 1,000-man unit,
Okay.
The mission started.
considering that you actually had, like they had to go through 10,000 people to kill 1,000 of them and still manage to make the... I mean, it's the kind of thing where, like, if anything like that ever happened in the real world, somebody just says no and drops a huge payload on those people.
No.
Yeah.
Bad.
Something about this is so wrong. How did you get this far?
No archers.
That was a long distance difference. It's where I was.
Yeah. When you can fly over things, Ian, it don't matter.
Yeah, so even more so than flying over the enemies to fight. Another thing that this character has that is fairly unique to them.
I've received a report.
Is apparently turning into a child with a battle axe?
Yep.
Or was that a different character?
Different character.
Oh, okay. I can't tell when you switch between characters like that, bro.
Yeah, it's kind of just a thing you either have to be controlling it for or know that it happened because you know that they're already characters.
Because this is an anime game, or
It's very
Japanese
much
whatever style game.
Yeah.
It's not out of the ordinary for people just to change randomly.
This is true. Transformation modes and other anime shenanigans.
Japan just has too many shenanigans.
You're not wrong. You're not even remotely wrong.
Oh, see, just transform.
Leave it to me.
And then I transformed back.
Yeah.
And then I created a sun, and I blew it up.
I believe we call that a fuck. There goes my Dragon Ball Z reference.
Spirit bomb.
Yeah.
Can I get in?
I think the big black means
Oh.
no.
I thought I took care of all of the mages. There's one left.
I was about to call it the power bomb, but I feel like the power bomb is just a shitty WWE move.
What was that? Was that the one that we would always go to when you were playing that 2010 game?
2009.
The SmackDown versus Raw.
Yeah.
That was the 2009 version.
Yeah. So I've only had 2009, and then what is this one I have now? 2016, 2017?
All right.
2016.
Which I know you looked at. How did that turn out?
It's
oh,
very
Jesus Christ! I'm going there with the wrong person.
It's very different to play, so I don't know if I like it or not. It's a huge, huge, huge jump.
In terms of like what you have for options?
No, for gameplay. Gameplay is literally different.
Oh,
there's new like mechanics that you have to work with that I wouldn't even thought of before.
all right. Here's the real question: Is getting up in the coding?
I literally have no idea.
Never got that far.
Paths all clear.
Not really. I looked at it once. I said I was going to play it. Does that count?
I'm pretty sure that's in the route of not quite.
Oh, okay. Well,
Can I not get? How do I? You're literally on the other side of everything. Okay, there's a gatekeeper. I didn't see him before.
I was about to say, I don't know what you're asking here.
I want those doors that were closed to not be closed anymore.
See, the last game we played like that, though, that didn't matter.
Zelda?
No, that Soma game. Or whatever
Oh,
it's called. What is that
yeah,
called,
the
Soma?
last one we had doors that needed to be open.
That was...
It was garbage. It was disappointing. We'll never know how it ends.
Yeah.
It's not even something that I would say is worth revisiting. It was just because Halloween.
I've got this.
We need more games to stream.
More, yeah. Yeah,
Mission complete.
not wrong.
The only problem is that streaming games seem to only be...
The barrier's disappeared. Now we just need to get Valido.
what are they called? Moab? That one?
The mission
MOBA.
started.
MOBA.
You think you've been acting
I've been so out of gaming recently.
right into my hand.
Well,
I see enemy reinforcements.
Like, honestly, I have not kept up with anything.
I can't even like sit here and say, "Oh, I'm shocked. How do you not know anything about gaming?"
Possessed?
That's kind of not your necessary biggest cup of tea.
Sure thing.
No, but like a year or two ago, I was at least playing a game often.
I mean, you were still playing Zelda.
Starting.
Yeah, but I mean that was
Okay.
one game.
Now that I've cleared that out, I need to send him.
I had this big blanket of never playing, and then Zelda, and then I kind of dropped that again. So yeah, I think Zelda's the only game that I would play right now.
I really think you'll enjoy Mario. Have you seen anything of that yet?
No.
I must protect him.
I think when we get around to that one today, you'll really be okay with that game.
Besides Zelda, I think the last game that I was really into was Donkey Kong Country Freeze.
Tropical Freeze, yeah.
Tropical Freeze, that's what it is. Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze.
That game was very
Fucking
underrated.
hard.
Oh look, I have the Illuminati. The Illuminati just kicked their ass.
That game was very fucking hard.
The hardest thing about it, in my opinion, were those damn Flappy Bird levels.
Yeah. That's what.
I enjoy the Illuminati move. I'm sorry, I just had to point it out. And then I like called in the Valkyrie or something. That was new to me.
Aren't you the
It's
Valkyrie?
just still going on.
What do you mean?
Essentially.
What do you mean you called it in? You're like literally the Valkyrie. I'm
Jesus Christ, how many people just showed up? Don't remember this being the way this went.
Mission complete.
Robin,
you beat the mission, so.
Yeah, so far.
What do you mean so far? It just said mission complete. That means end of the level.
Nah, it was just,
Last thing I remember is entering the
it was making
forest.
things up, Quinn. Just making you feel better.
Not of
Yeah, that's how games work.
Speak
Mission
later.
complete.
Am I still
Won't
fighting?
cause trouble for you.
Yeah, this is not.
I think I will.
It's not okay. Was it a quest?
There are submissions. Is what it really
So the
is.
quest was complete. That's called a quest, Ian.
Yeah.
There's at least that I know about video games.
Quests are a thing, yes.
And
Usually
mission-
indicated by bright lights or people talking about weird shit.
Or out of character, not out of character, out of the ordinary cats. Usually cats.
Cats are a thing, yeah. They're always like,
Like the
Glowy.
golden glowing
Yeah.
cat, yeah. Look, like you don't even have to pay attention to fucking broken bridges. Your character's so bullshit, Ian.
that's why I enjoy this character.
Your character is like Kirby in Smash Bros.
That's a very good description.
Or Jigglypuff. And that's like,
I wouldn't say Jigglypuff. Jigglypuff's just bullshit anyways. Like, not even a fun character to play.
you know what that character looks like?
That guy?
Yeah.
Jafar.
I was going to say that, but it looks like Jafar in whatever that shitty League of Legends knockoff game is.
League of Legends thing? Or do you mean Overwatch? There's
Yeah,
a shitty
Overwatch.
knockoff. Yeah, I could see that.
He looks like Jafar if he was put into Overwatch.
I'm just imagining the ultimate would actually be Genie Jafar.
Maybe. How are you going to argue with me that Overwatch is not a League of Legends knockoff? Which is a Dota knockoff.
It is. I'm not saying you're wrong. It's got subtle differences in the idea that it's first person and guns. That's about it.
Which I'm sure Dota's knocking off something, but it just wasn't as popular.
I think there was a World of Warcraft-esque version like forever ago, but I'm not sure on that. I was never into the World of Warcraft route.
What about RuneScape? I don't know shit about RuneScape.
RuneScape?
I just know that that's another thing that people in the 90s always talked about.
RuneScape was a
Like,
living
grew up.
disappointment.
Yeah, but I just know like people that are like in their 20s now. They talk about spending hours on RuneScape.
I never touched RuneScape.
I think you're one of
Maybe 4
3.
people. Yeah.
Robin is back to normal, and we beat the enemy
Alright.
general.
So that was the level so far. And now we're going to get the reveal that I already got.
Can never
So,
be used for
big
this
surprise
ceremony
there.
again.
to anybody who knows Fire Emblem, the upcoming surprise is literally just, why did you even include that kind of material?
Thanks to you all, We stopped the
Like I said,
ceremony
she's
in time.
going around parading as
And if
being
that's the
Marth in
case,
a mask.
I won't be needing this mask anymore.
No way, it's not Marth from hundreds of years ago?
Yeah, the guy
No.
who's long since dead.
My name is Lucy.
No,
I
no,
hail from the same world as
no,
Tom.
that...
Well, I guess our worlds aren't exactly the same.
The
Where we
only
are from,
slight.
Wait,
uh,
are we supposed to be
situation's
quiet during
rather
this again?
dire.
Yeah,
It's
that's
a
true.
grim future yet to unfold.
But I can't be quiet. The Great Owain's about to speak.
Wait, but you said we. Who else came with you?
The hero's origin unveiled at last. Hark! The blood of the virtuous few enriches my veins as well. Blood that I share with another. A gentle soul set adrift on
Let's
the...
get to the point.
He's literally every person who's ever
Okay.
taken role-playing too far.
Long story short, Liz is gonna be my mom.
Wait! What?
That's right, Mother. I'm your loving son from a far-flung future. But how to prove the truth of my words? Of course, I'll share a secret that only your child would know.
No, stop right there, Owen. No secrets, because I believe you.
Mother, you need to know in your soul that I'm your flesh and blood.
That's the bigger surprise.
What?
He's the mom and
Lucina.
they're together, but from the future. This is like a Dragon Ball Z thing all over again.
Yeah, this is basically like Trunks showing up.
You bear the brand. Could it be?
They branded her eyeball?
The gods did, yes.
Jesus fuck, that's gotta hurt.
I imagine she doesn't remember the pain when you have that happen inside the womb.
Well, I know what like a branding rod feels like, so just
Better,
imagine the
Lucina?
gods version.
Yeah, it's just like a super intense light, right?
Should I call you something else?
I don't know.
It's just strange to my
How
ear.
would the gods brand
like
you?
Crom, Lucina, you got a
I'd
minute?
assume with a
Pardon the
lightning.
intrusion, my lord. But the last patrol returned with vital information. They
I mean,
reported
Crom
a
had
fierce
it pretty
battle
good. I
that
think
no
his
one
is like
had
on
ever
his
seen
arm.
before.
Could they be
Well, yeah,
people who
his
came
looks
through
like he was
portals
literally
like
just
we
branded
did?
like a cow.
If that's the case, then there could be a hero from another world.
I don't
with them,
believe his
too.
is really from the gods.
Hold on. We
But
can
I mean, to
pulled
get a
into their
birthmark
wolf
in the
reasons.
eye, that's some shit.
A power
Yeah.
above must favor our
Oh
quest.
shit!
The
There was
solution has
a
revealed itself.
picture I saw of a
What solution
jaguar
do you mean, Owain?
whose eye
What are you
was
saying?
he was blind from that eye,
Speak
Right.
plainly.
Oh,
but it was like a clean, like it wasn't that
maybe we
clouded
split
blindness.
up and
Right.
approach
It was
both
just a
sides at
fucked
the
up
same
pupil
time?
that looked like a pupil was
If we
melting
split our
away.
forces and
Okay, that's hardcore though.
I want to see if I can find it.
My favorite
But a
one
smaller
was, have you...
force would be able to
I'm
move
talking
about
during this.
unnoticed.
I know. I just noticed that too. I was like, shut up.
Time is critical. Let's take the risk and split into two groups.
Alright, so that was the end. The one I really like that's the crazy eyes. Have you seen the owl who has a galaxy in his eye?
No.
It's a very similar thing. It's blind in both eyes. And it has, like, as I recall from the image, it's basically like the colored part of the eye. The pupil is forever, basically, or some weird shit like that. And the colored part basically looks like somebody shattered it throughout the eye. It's really cool looking.
I'll take a look at that now.
It's really cool.
Let's put our heads together and get through this.
Alright, so people are fighting better together. And I think that's going to mark the end of this
Feels nice to bond like this.
episode. So, thank you so much for stopping in. See you next time.